Hey, Lou, Will. By the way, love the Willie Do Nick. What's that?
Nickname, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
is your real name, though? It's not much of a nickname. Like, he is actually Willie Do, just in case you're wondering. I mean, it's D-U, but it's still Willie Do, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Lou, you have had some watches through the years. What's your favorite, and what is the one you're using now? Oh,
this is highly requested.
this question comes up way too often, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I wore Casio watches like G-Shocks forever, since I was a kid, in fact. I love like a durable watch I don't have to worry about or think about too much. I had one fancy watch at one point in my life because I thought it was cool. It was a Seiko. And I remember they had the commercials on the TV with the auto relay where it could remember the time. Even if you didn't use it for a while, you would put it back on and it would spin back to the right time, even though it was an analog watch. Anyhow, I had one of those one time. I beat it up too much. I was like, nah, I can't be having. And this was, I guess I might have been in high school at the time. And so I went back to the stuff I had worn as a kid, which was G-Shock watches, these really durable things that you can, like I said, beat up. If you scratch it against the countertop, you just don't care. These things are meant for that. And then smartwatches came along, and I liked them to a differing degree from time to time. I would go through phases of wearing them. Then I realized I got to cut back on notifications in general. Like, now again, this might be unique to me compared to the average person, but I could, if I wanted, if I had everything turned on, I could be getting so many notifications that my life would be in jeopardy, my regular everyday life. Like, and I guess a lot of people are kind of in that territory these days. Comes to email and social media and whatnot. You could really be disrupted a lot. And it's one thing to be disrupted in the pocket. You can kind of ignore it and get back to your daily activities. But to be disrupted on the wrist is a whole different ballgame, because that's like a public piece of real estate. If you're out to dinner with a loved one or something and that thing is popping off, even at the kitchen table at home with your family around, and that thing is popping off, it's like, look, I'm so important. You know, it's a tough pitch. Now, I understand. Do not disturb. I've been on do not disturb now for a while on the phone as well, trying to cut back notifications. But once you turn the notifications off of a smartwatch, the functionality becomes fairly limited after that. So anyhow, I at some point switched to this one, which is a smartwatch, but I'm not really using it much as a smartwatch. It's a Polar Vantage, and they make two versions of it. Mine's the M. The V is a bit heavier, and it has a couple more features, but I actually wanted something fairly lightweight. This is somewhere between the two. It's sort of smart, but it's also pretty durable and rugged. And I'm not a runner or anything like that. I do go on the bike from time to time, so it will keep your heart rate. It will track your fitness, but I'm not getting any notifications on it. It's connected to my smartphone in a limited fashion. Now, if you're really into training, this could be a very popular choice. I like it for the heart rate monitor here and there. Every so often, it's got a very effective heart rate monitor. In fact, if I take it off real quick, you can see they redesigned the sensor on this thing completely. It's got these 4 points. Can anyone see this? Yeah, you can see that right there. It's got those 4 points on it. So in some cases, you would have like kind of finicky heart rate monitors on these things. I was like, look, if I'm only going to use it every so often for that function, then that's an area I would like the thing to be decent at. And that's what this one is. It'll track your steps and your general activity. So like I said, it's got the partial smartwatch functionality. It's not running Android Wear. It's definitely not an Apple Watch. And because of that, the battery lasts longer as well. Another one of my pet peeves with the moving from like a G-Shock watch to a fully smartwatch is now you're charging the thing all the time. With a G-Shock watch, like I used to wear, it has battery forever. Now this one is in between the two in that same department. I charge it, not that often. Once a week max. Maybe once every 2 weeks, and it charges really fast. And so for me, it's kind of a good balance for right now. It's comfortable to wear, and it doesn't hurt that I like the style. And it's so simple, like it's just a round, it's just a round watch. It looks very simple, and when it's turned off, it's just blacked out. So I think many of you probably agree on the style front, which is part of the reason that I've been getting a lot of questions about it, I suppose. So anyway, that's the Vantage M. And so far, so good. I can't claim that I'm going to be on it forever. I was just looking at G-Shocks yesterday because I was like, I kind of miss them a bit. Those big, rugged-looking things. This one, I got some scratches on the screen. You can't tell me it's as durable. No smartwatch that I've bumped into has been as durable as those ones are. Because I'm out there, Will. I'm living life. I'm playing catch. I throw the ball around, the baseball. I'm out there. I play street hockey from time to time. Like I said, I'll hop on a bike. I might even ride my bike to work. I'm thinking about it. So I'm out there, rock climbing, swimming. You don't know what I'm up to.
Yeah,
You think you know what I'm up to.
Bold-faced lie right there.
You don't know. You think you know what I'm up to. You don't know what I'm up to. Plus, just when I'm working outdoors, like I was cleaning the garage the other day. And I'm moving things, I'm banging things. I don't want to be thinking about my fancy watch. I really don't. You scrape it along, I was rearranging my tools. I got a new toolbox. So, this is such a, I don't want a fancy watch is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
This location is not a sacred place for me. I'm not trying to put a Rolex. I'm not trying to do all that. It's cool. Like, I understand people really appreciate a fine watch. There's a lot that goes into it. Get into those mechanical watches, all the little cogs and whatnot. It's a real art. But that's the kind of thing I would put on a shelf. I would never wear it. I know it. So this is an area where I really appreciate utility, Will. You hear me?